Welcome to Tokyo Tuesday. If you're a regular viewer, welcome back. Let's just get things started today. So, you guys know that I have been in Tokyo for absolutely forever. I came out here for the first time in 2005, moved here in 2007, which means, needless to say, I'm used to the place. I've got a perspective that we'll call seasoned, which can be great in its own way, but you know what else is really good? A fresh perspective, and that's what I want to bring you today. So I found somebody who does have a fresh perspective, and this is said person.
Hey!
Alright guys, this is Hannah,
hey.
And she runs a YouTube channel called Currently Hannah. 30-second intro about yourself.
So my name is Hannah. I have a YouTube channel called Currently Hannah, and currently Hannah is in Tokyo. Lived in Osaka for about 4 years, and then I lived in Singapore for a year, and I'm a performer, so that's why I'm traveling around, and I'm now performing in Tokyo, but it's a secret as to what I'm actually doing, so sorry about that. I make videos about like travel and living in Japan and random expat life kinds of things. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm from Australia. Accent.
As you may be able to tell from the accent.
Yeah.
So the main goal of today is to get a fresh perspective on what it's like to live in Tokyo, because I'm far too used to it. I can stand here and tell you guys what it's like to live in Tokyo until my face goes blue, but I've been here forever. Hannah, however, has not. So let's start there. All right, so biggest surprise or shock coming in? Let's save that one. Let's start simple. Favorite area in Tokyo?
I really like Asakusa.
I think she's trying to win brownie points.
Yeah. The first time I went there, it was I think it was Hina Matsuri.
Yeah.
And they were all wearing their little kimono, and they're at Sensoji Temple, and it was so cute. It was just really nice.
Did you know there's a really big festival coming up in Osaka in like a week?
What's it called?
Carry them through the city for 3 days, over 100 portable shrines.
Yes, I'm gonna go to that. That sounds like fun.
Since we're talking about like coming to Tokyo, what is one of the first things that you noticed when you arrived in Tokyo?
So when I lived in Osaka, whenever I was walking around, because I worked at Universal Studios in Osaka, when I was walking around like the city or whatever, if I saw another foreigner like cross paths with me, I'd be like, do I know you? There really wasn't all that many, and it was about 5 years ago, like before the tourism kind of boomed recently, I think. And so didn't feel like there were that many foreigners, and I came to Tokyo and I was like, oh, I'm not special here. Like, I'm just your average everyday foreigner, and yeah, there's so many more foreigners here. Absolutely. I don't feel like a unicorn anymore. I don't stand out.
I don't feel like a unicorn.
I feel like people stare at me less in Tokyo than when I was in Osaka. You get all kinds of looks in Osaka, but
unless you're vlogging.
I mean, that always gets the looks.
All right, for the next one, I want to ask a really general question, but I think it's an important one. What's it like living in Tokyo?
It's fun. So like for me, technically, I live like a little bit outside of Tokyo, but it's not far for me to get into the city. But I don't know, it always feels like there's something happening, or there's some kind of event going on, and I don't know, in comparison to Osaka at least, like if there's a cool shop or something like that, something really cool is coming to Japan, it'll come to Tokyo first. So everything is convenient, and it's like snappy, and everything's moving, which is good, and I really like that, and I really like that in comparison to Brisbane, Australia, where I normally live. I like that everything's moving, and it keeps pushing me like with the momentum of everything that goes. I felt really like demotivated in some other places that I've lived in the past, but Tokyo is like, I gotta go. If I want to keep up, you gotta go, and I love it.
That was a really detailed answer.
Sorry, I would have been like, straight into it.
I would have been like, it's really nice to live in Tokyo. What would you say are some of the other key differences between living in like Tokyo versus Osaka?
One thing that I really noticed that was big is that it is really busy here. It's like overwhelming sometimes. So I used to watch videos, or like my friends would tag me in a post of somewhere in Japan where there's someone's job to push someone onto a train. And people would tag me in the post, be like, Hannah, is this what it's really like in Japan? And in Osaka, I was like, nah, not really. Like I've never seen that happen before. Even in like peak hour, it was nothing. But now, on the daily, if I get on the train, it is like actual sardines, yeah, sardines squashed into a train. Like I've never felt so squashed onto a train before until I came here and I was like, oh no, it is real. That's a thing. That's an actual thing in here.
It's very real. I use the
Yeah.
Ginza line almost every single day.
Ooh.
And it's so incredibly packed.
Yeah, even in the place I live, like this is going from like from Disneyland Station. Like it's not even like a massive, it's not a huge station, but it's crammed on. It's crazy.
And there's a,
Oh, cool.
it's a food truck. I guess another big one that I want to ask is like expectations of Tokyo versus like the reality.
My expectations of Tokyo was a busy city and there's lots of flashing lights and neon signs and it's very busy and stuff like that. Reality is I come in and it is all of those things, but it feels like a tourist showcase. Weird way.
Yeah.
Like as in, and also because there's so many foreigners in Tokyo, it feels like you're, I mean, being one of them, it just feels like you're another tourist. I feel like a tourist in Tokyo. Like that's my reality at the moment.
Hannah, do you think I should ride this?
I think you should
Do
definitely
you
ride
think
it.
this should be like my new vlogging setup?
Before you do, I'll probably take it.
I could sit right there. I can have my camera set up right here. I got coffee here, my laptop there.
I mean, the laptop too, you can edit on the go.
Yeah, it's the perfect mobile workstation. All right, back to the video, All right, so the other one I wanted to ask is like, have you noticed any big cultural differences between living in Kansai and living in Tokyo?
Yes, definitely. So when I was living in Osaka, Kansai people used to tell me like, oh, like there's a very big difference between the personality types, like people in Kansai and people in Tokyo, because Tokyo is a big city and everyone's all about business and you just have to go where you're going and that's it. And I never noticed it when I first just like traveled to Tokyo just for fun, but now that I live here, I can definitely see the difference.
Yeah. Kansai people are famously friendly and outgoing.
Yeah.
Even in Tokyo, the very few times that someone has talked to me on a train, they've been from Kansai.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, when I'm in Kansai, like I feel like people are always trying to talk to me when I'm on the train, and it's like it's nice. People are always trying to engage with you. It's just different. It's very different. Yeah.
It is.
I just recently went to it's a puppy dog theme park in Japan, and it was the cutest thing ever.
I think I commented on that one actually.
Oh, you did, yeah.
I think I was like, you have no idea how many people you just made so happy.
It was the cutest thing ever.
So this is going by really, really quickly, but there is one more thing that I wanted to ask. Because you have that fresh perspective on Tokyo, would you have any advice for people?
Get used to being around lots of people, especially in your commute, and try not to let like the push and shove and hustle and bustle of the city like get to you, because I've only been here for a little bit, but I could see it possibly being like a source of stress in the future.
Yeah.
But if you just look up every now and then, be like, you know what, this is a pretty cool city. Yeah, it's an amazing place to live.
It is.
I have only been here for a little bit, so do you have any advice?
Actually, I want to just supplement what you've said. That whole like get used to that stuff and like look up every now and then. When you look up, do look up and don't forget to smile.
Yeah.
There are gonna be people who like stare at you and look at you like they don't always think of their facial expressions.
Yeah.
So when you look up, having a smile on your face versus like a why are you looking at me can make all the difference
It does.
in terms of the social interaction. Like you were talking about how people in Osaka tend to be a lot more friendly. People in Tokyo can be that friendly if you smile at them.
Yeah.
Most of them are just looking and they don't realize the look on their face.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't know their intentions behind why they're staring at you. If you smile, it just breaks the tension and you go, I'm a human, you're a human.
But I guess that's pretty much the Tokyo Tuesday for this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know that I did. Thank you so much for joining, Hannah.
Thank you for having me. I feel like privileged to be on Tokyo Tuesday. I made it.
I'm really excited that we were able to do this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna link all of Hannah's stuff at the end. As you guys know, I say this every single time. This is really just the beginning. So if you enjoyed this little sampling of what we've got coming, stay tuned. Don't forget to give that like button a little bit of love. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys real soon. Bye. Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.